I am Serena Amastasia II. I'm a bard from a land called Ramel. I'm the granddaughter of another famous bard, Serena Amastasia I. Her songs are famous in Ramel, and she was the one who taught me all I know about being a bard. I hope I can be as great as her one day. I usually spend my days in Amberwood, my village, either helping my grandmother with her orphanage or spending time by my favorite tree on a field. I would sit by my tree and practice my music and my writing, then go home when the sun went down. That's what I did almost every day. Except one day, I didn't return home.
So, Serena, as you are walking through this forest, you begin to drift off. Your mind starts to wander, and eventually, you kind of stop paying attention to your surroundings. And before you know it, the sun's down. Or the sun's going down, I should say. And you start making your way back. You walk away from the river. You start making your way through the forest. You know the way back. You've walked it 1,000 times. But this time, something's different. As you walk back, it's taking impossibly long. You should have been back home by now. And then a thick fog starts to come through, and it starts to get really cold. You start to pick up your pace, knowing that home has to be close. It has to be somewhere nearby. You keep going faster and faster and faster, but the more you walk, it's this weird feeling in the back of your head, but you get a sense that you're getting further and further away. It's like in those nightmares where every step that you take, the thing that you're running away from gets closer and closer and closer. And then eventually the trees around you start to change from the vibrant, alive greens to the black, cold, and dead trees that you don't recognize. And you find yourself on a muddied trail. A trail that you don't recognize. Surrounded by crows and ravens that are just glaring at you from above in these dead trees. You look behind you, and the way is covered in a fog that you cannot see through. You turn back forward, and the trail, while muddied, is still established. And you figure, must lead somewhere. And this is where her journey begins. So what would you like to do?
Well, now she is scared. She has absolutely no idea where in the world she is. So, I guess I don't know, like, I mean, okay, so she just sees one path, right?
There is a trail leading through the branching woods, which seem to be reaching over the pathway narrowly, and it is leading one direction. The other path is covered in a thick, thick, thick fog, and that was the path that was more where you came from, but you don't recognize any of this.
I guess she's gonna actually try to go back through the fog to see if she can just get through it. She'll be able to go back home.
Okay. Get here. All right. You turn around and you enter the fog. And as you do so, a shiver runs down your spine. And you start to feel tired. An exhaustion that you have never known. And you've stayed up for days trying to complete a composition or a book or a poem before. And every step that you take, your feet feel like they're 10 pounds heavier. And as you turn back, you have no idea how far you stepped. You walk into this fog for around 10 minutes, and you feel like you're out of breath. Do you continue onward?
Well, she knows that, like, that, you know, obviously this is not normal. This is not okay. So now she's thinking maybe there's something wrong with this fog. And so she's like, okay, you know what? Why don't I just turn around, follow the path, and see if I can just get to a town and then figure out where I am so that I can navigate myself back home.
Okay. So you turn back around and head toward the road?
Mm-hmm.
Very well. It is hard to get back. Your feet barely seem to be taking you, and then like around the 5 minutes away, which so you've been traveling for around 15 minutes in this fog, you feel like you're about ready to collapse. And you realize that it was probably a really good idea that you turned back. And then you reach your destination, which was the trail from where you started. And you continue along down it. Black pools of water stand like dark mirrors in and around the muddy roadway, and giant trees loom on both sides of the road, their branches clawing at the mist. And you travel for a good long while. And it isn't long before you start to hear a familiar sound. The sound of a horse. And a carriage. You turn around and you see a large, vibrant figure covered in reds and a long pipe. Next to him, a very beautiful female figure with long, lavish brown hair, kind of leaning up against this large figure's shoulder. And this cart is rocking and turning on this muddy road. And it starts to approach you.
She's actually just going to go to the side of the road to try to talk because she needs to figure out where she is right now.
As you wait, eventually the cart does catch up, and with a slight whinny of the horse, the large gentleman just lets out a big puff of smoke. He's like, "Ma'am, evening," and they continue on past you, unless you would like to stop them.
Wait.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
sorry to interrupt you. It's just I seem to have gotten lost. Do you know where this place is?
Well, I'd say so. Can't say I'm familiar where you're from, though. Never seen garb like that.
What are you talking about? I thought I lived at maximum a mile away from here.
Well, the old village of Barovia ain't too far from here. But I can see you're not from there.
Barovia?
It's a little
Where in the
over.
world is that?
It's a little over a mile from here. The only town, well, in less than 10 miles away, or more, depending on how far back you go, depending on where you come from. I'd say that that's the closest civilization you're gonna get around these parts. I'm sorry, ma'am. Where are my manners? My name is Justin.
Hi. Serena.
Pleasure.
And he kind of nods to the woman that's leaning on his shoulder.
This here is Emily.
Delighted to meet you, darling. And then she just leans back over on his shoulder.
Not a very sociable type. We've been on the road a while now. Pardon. Is there anything else that I can do for you? We're kind of on a schedule.
Okay, I have no idea, where this Barovia town is. I've never heard of it, honestly, and I'm starting to think that I might be in a different place than what I normally know, so, gosh, I usually don't like asking people about this, but do you mind if I could maybe hitch a ride?
Make a persuasion check.
All right.
First roll of the night. Hoorah.
15.
Can see it, but 15.
Yes.
Well, a couple silver pieces, and I think we can make that happen. Got some water and bread in the back, included.
You know what? All right.
And she gives a few silver.
All right. Mark down 2 silver pieces. And
All right.
he reaches down his hand to help you on board.
Thank you.
You go. Sorry, a little cramp. Yeah. So, you say you don't really know where you are?
And he reaches in the back, gets out a water skin and some bread, and hands it to you.
Thank you. Yeah, I should be in a place called Amberwood.
Amberwood.
Yeah.
Amberwood. Can't say I'm too familiar.
Really? It's not that far away from here, I don't think. Okay, you said... Wait, what? You said the village we're going to is called Barovia?
Yeah, confusing. You're actually in the land of Barovia. The place we're going to is the village of Barovia. Terrible nomenclature, but I'm not the lord.
We're in the land of Barovia.
Would say so.
No, that doesn't make any sense. I'm from Ramel.
Ramel.
Yeah. Please tell me you've heard of Ramel.
There's the dice roller.
Can't say I have. I've traveled the world, too. Well, a few of them.
Really? Ugh. Oh, man.
Oh,
Hey.
what did I get myself into this?
Hey, miss, it'll be all right. This place, I don't know if you're the entrepreneurial sort. There's some good business opportunities in this place, let me tell you. I always come back.
All right. I feel like I would want to focus on trying to find my way home instead of trying to set up a business here.
Understandable. Whoa, 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 whoa.
And he pulls the horse back and the carriage stops. And you see before you a gateway. The fog spills out of the forest to swallow up the road behind you. With each step that you take, more and more mist seems to be creeping in, seemingly enclosing you. Ahead, jutting from the impenetrable woods on both sides of the road, are high stone buttresses looming gray in the fog. Huge iron gates hung on the stonework, and dew clings on the cold tenacity of the rusted bars. Two headless statues of armed guardians flank the gate, their heads now laying among the weeds at their feet. They greet you only with silence. And as your carriage stops, the gates open ajar.
All right. Yeah.
And he continues through them.
And
The gate closes behind.
sorry, what were you saying?
I was saying, I have no idea how I got here. I was just walking. And then this, I don't know, it got kind of dark outside all of a sudden, and then there was this mist that appeared, and then I somehow ended up here.
Well, that's a real sad story. But I'm sure you'll find your way back. If you're exhausted, there's a little bit of room to take a nap. We're gonna be on the road for a couple of miles. Probably be around around 20 minutes before we make it there. The road's awful muddy. Taking my time making sure nothing gets stuck.
That's okay. I'm not tired.
Suit yourself.
And also, she better know where she's going, because then these are still strangers.
So as you go, the woods around you get thicker. And towering trees whose hoops are lost in the heavy gray mist block out all but a death gray light. The tree trunks are unnaturally close to one another. And the woods have the silence of a forgotten grave, yet exude a feeling of an unvoiced scream. And as you peer at this forest all around you, this feeling of being squeezed and pushed in the narrow space just gets more and more intense as the space between the trees gets closer and closer. And again, rows of crows and ravens just look at you, passing by.
This place is kind of, funky looking.
Yeah, I wouldn't build a summer home here, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's really different from Ramel, that's for sure.
Well, don't know where it is you're from. Around these parts, you best get used to this scenery. You're gonna be seeing a lot of it if you stick around. And the village that we're going to ain't no rays of sunshine either.
Is everywhere around this area like this?
There's one town, Valaki, way up the road, but people there seem to be having fun. Always some kind of celebration going on.
Huh. Interesting. All right. I think I should just stop by the first village and then try to get my bearings there.
All right. Well, if you wanted to stick on the wagon, we're only going to be stopping in a brief time to unload our wares. We're going to be stopping at Bildreth's Mercantile, selling some goods, and then we'll be on our way to a little camp by the road to set up for the night. If you want to come with us, you're welcome to come with us until then. But if you wanted to stay in the town, you best come back to us right quick, or we're going to be gone.
All right.
But it's up to you, little lady.
Well, thank you for the offer. I'll take a quick look around town, and if I don't find anything of particular notice, then yeah, I'll take you up on your offer.
Yeah, should be around 20 minutes. The deal's a delivery. They know what they're getting. Just need to inspect the goods, sign some stuff, and we'll be on our way. So, how about this? I'll say 20 minutes on the dot. And if you're not around, I'll just assume you're staying.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
And you continue along this claustrophobic road. Eventually, and it feels like you can breathe again when this happens, but it finally opens up. And you see before you a wide open expanse surrounded by this forest. You look to your left, a little downwards a ways, and you can see a river cutting through some land, and it's making a swamp-like area around it. And ahead of you, you see a town. A small town. A town with a few lights on. You see a few torch lights. And then you look up. On the cliffside, overlooking the town. Where you would imagine the sun is supposed to be. It is blotted out, casting a shadow over the town below. A massive castle. A Gothic structure that stands tall above everything else. A small bridge, you can tell, leading to this isolated peak that this castle is built on top of. And beneath it, a vertical fall that stretches into forest, casting this long shadow, completely surrounding the town.
Wow.
Here we are. You know, may not be the happiest of views, but it's still a view.
That castle up there. Who in the world lives there?
Well, that's the lord of these parts. People around here, they call him the devil, but we just call him Strahd. Lord Strahd, if you want to be proper.
Huh. Why do they call him that? The devil, I mean.
I'm not too familiar with the religious beliefs of these parts too much. I mean, there's the Morning Lord and Mother Night, and Strahd's been overruling these parts for a long time now, and, kinda, it's his land, and he's doing what he wants with it. I'll say that much.
Oh. Okay. Actually, I have a king that's sort of like that too. Is he nice?
Never met him myself.
Just make a persuasion check. Just because you are exuding such. You're just such an easy person to talk to. Just make a persuasion check without even asking a question.
8. Oh, that's a natural,
natural
one.
one.
It's still an 8.
Yeah.
My dealings with the Lord have been practically non-existent, so I wouldn't. I wouldn't know too much about him.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'll see if I can learn more in the next 20 minutes then.
Oh, I'm sure. Talk to the locals; they won't shut up about him.
Really? Okay, well, if we're here, then, I'll be back in 20 minutes to let you know.
Right. Oh, speaking of, here we are.
Da-da-da-da-da. Right, now I go to the actual village. So, as you approach the village, tall shapes loom out of the dense fog that surrounds everything. The muddy ground underfoot gives way to slick, wet cobblestone. And the tall shapes become recognizable as village dwellings. The windows in each of the houses stare out from pools of blackness. No sound cuts the silence except for the mournful sobbing that echoes through the streets in the distance.
Like I said, not exactly the most cheerful place, but good place of business.
And there's people like sobbing in the distance.
Yep. There's one singular voice sobbing in the distance.
Ah, there's just one. Okay. Okay, so she's gonna turn them in and say,
All right, I'll be back soon.
All right.
and
The mercantile is right up ahead. If you're getting off here, just know that I'm gonna be right up there.
And he points to a light that a lit building that spills out from behind some kind of curtains. You can tell with how it like sways back and forth, and a sign over the door, creaking on its hinges, reading Bildreth's Mercantile.
okay.
And if you need the place to talk to the locals, the tavern is just past it. But you can also try knocking on doors. Never know who you'll find.
All right, great, thank you.
And she's gonna get off, and I think she's actually going to go to the sound of the crying voice first.
Okay. The carriage stops.
Whoa. Oh, hey, darling, I'm going inside. You gotta. Damn it all.
You see the couple get off and head their way inside. The horse just kind of left alone, looking around, uneasy. And this wailing clearly has a source. You head past the mercantile. And here's the village. I have to change the picture. And let me scroll up. And you head to your left, and the moaning sob that floats through the air still just color your thoughts with sorrow and sadness. And the sounds are flowing from this dark 2-story townhouse, which is around 40 square feet and is boarded up and barricaded. And just a lone sob can be heard from the interior.
Oh, I don't know. I just got here. Do I want to... Oh, I don't want to be a pest. I don't want to just knock on the door and say, hey, why are you crying? Stop it. That doesn't seem normal. I wish you were outside, but I don't think I can help you in there. I should go to the tavern and see what I can learn about this place.
And so she's gonna turn around.
Yeah, you turn around, head to the direction that you were directed towards. And the sobbing gets a little quieter as you get further away. And you see that a single shaft of light thrusts through the illumination, thrusts illumination into the main square. Its brightness looking like a solid pillar in the heavy fog. Above the gaping doorway, a sign hangs precariously askew, proclaiming that this is the Blood and Vine Tavern.
Ooh. That's an intimidating name. Gosh. Fits the setting, though. Well, let's hope there's some nice people in there.
And she kind of cautiously opens the door and peeks her head inside.
All right. You open the door. And you see a scene. All right. So you are greeted with a image of a tavern, of what you know to be a tavern. There is a group.
Oh, a tavern that looks like a tavern?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yep. I know. Crazy, right? So you see that there are a few huddled souls within, including 3 figures dressed similarly to the couple that you had met on the road, kind of huddled together and talking with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And you see a man, white hair, and a very good posture, sitting at the bar with a drink in hand. You see that the barkeep is cleaning this glass, and it's sparkling clean, and he's just rubbing it, cleaning it out on the inside, staring blankly at the wall. Puts it down next to a pile of perfectly clean glasses. And then he picks up another one and just starts cleaning it, staring at the wall.
You know what? She'll probably go to the bartender.
Yeah. You walk up to the bartender, and the people in the corner are kind of making a racket. Rabble-rousers, you would call them.
Yeah, right.
And you approach the barkeep.
Okay, so she's probably just gonna approach and say,
Hey, excuse me. Sorry to interrupt you.
No interruption. It's okay. What can I help you with?
Okay. I seem to have gotten a little lost. This is Barovia, right?
Yes. Nowhere else. This is Barovia.
Okay. Because I'm not really from around here. And so I'm trying to, see if there's anywhere in town or if there's someone in town that might know a little bit about transdimensional travel or something like that. I don't know. I'm from Ramel. I don't know if you know where that is.
No idea. I've
No?
been
Oh, okay.
Born and raised here. Born and raised. Born and raised.
You must be great at parties. Anyway, so is there anyone in town that might know a little bit about how to possibly help me get home?
And the young man in the corner room, that was sitting at the bar with gray hand, with the gray hand, with the gray hair. Turns up, sits up and looks over at you and looks you up and down. Well, you say you're not from around here, and boy howdy do I believe you. Drink. Put it on my tab. Sure, Mr. the Lesser. And he turns around. Right. Good at parties, that was... humor won't get you too far around these parts, but I sure appreciate it. Hi. The name's Ismark. Pleasure to meet you.
Bismarck or Ismark?
Ismark. Ismark.
Okay, so great.
Nice to meet you, Ismark. My name's Serena.
Serena. Good name. Clearly not from around here.
Yeah. I'm getting very used to the idea that I am not in a place that I am supposed to be.
Well, I mean, are any of us really ever where we're supposed to be? I don't know, I'm trying to be philosophical here, sorry. I'm not very good at first impressions. But, and as he says, a drink gets put in front of you, which is just an ale foaming over the edge a little bit. The bartender swipes off the foam. Here you are.
Thank you.
So, you don't know where you are, so I don't suppose, that means that you're lost, and I don't need to ask what brings you here. You lost your way?
Yeah, but I don't know how I lost my way all the way to a different world. I mean, I've never even heard of this place, and it doesn't seem like anyone here has ever heard of where I'm from, which is pretty strange because I only walked for like 10 minutes, and my country's pretty big. It's hard to miss.
I believe you. I mean, your story does sound a little strange, though. Pardon me for saying.
I know I sound strange. But I don't know. It's the truth, and oh gosh, I just really want to figure out a way to get back home.
Well, and then he takes a big drink of what's in front of him and puts it down. Thunk. I'm sad to say, I can't exactly help with that. And, full disclosure, this isn't exactly a place where you get help very often.
Are people not friendly around here? Should I be worried?
I mean, I'm far be it from me to tell you how to feel, but I do know that drink in front of you that I bought does come
It's
with...
not poison! Oh my gosh!
No, it's fine. The ale here is as good as you're gonna get here. But,
okay.
But I bought it for you with a little bit of an ulterior motive.
Okay. I'm already seeing someone. I'm sorry.
No. That's not... I mean, you're very pretty. You're actually beautiful. You're gorgeous. But, but that's not why... That's not why I, Listen. Around these parts, I don't know how long you've been here. Not very long. I probably would have seen you, but... Bad things happen a lot. Bad things happen to good people. And now, the good person that is in trouble is my sister.
What's happened to her?
She's been attacked.
Oh
Several times.
no. By what?
By the devil himself.
Huh?
You're not from around here. A demon lords over us. Takes what he wants. He's responsible for the darkness that you see all around us. The punishment sent upon us for the sins of our ancestors. And now, he seeks to kill my sister.
What? Why?
Haven't gotten the chance to ask him.
There's no reason he just for fun?
Haven't had the chance to ask him. And his fist clenches around
sorry.
the glass that he's holding. The tankard. It's not your fault. I guess you could say that I'm the leader of this village now. It was my father, but fending off the devil himself was too much for his heart to handle, and he passed away a couple nights ago.
Oh no. I'm so sorry.
And then he downs, gulp, gulp, gulp. It's kind of why I'm here. Wasn't expecting to see an outsider, but maybe Mother Night has sent a champion. I don't know. I'm desperate. No one here would help. No one gives a shit. But you seem like the women that I've read about in some of my books, you know? The beautiful stranger that comes in and saves the day. I know that sounds stupid, but it's been a long time since we've had anything to hope for.
Oh, well. Okay, well, let's see. There was someone outside that I rode on his carriage to get to this village. He said that I should meet him and he said 20 minutes. How long ago?
It's probably been around 15 at this point.
Okay, so 15 minutes. Oh gosh, I only have like 5 minutes. Ugh. Okay, well, he said that if I wanted to travel with him to another village, I should, try to hop back on, but or
Well, and then he tries to take a drink, and then he realizes it's empty. Pounds on the counter. Barkeep takes it, puts another one in front of him, takes another drink. Far be it from me to stop where you're going, but I'm sorry. It's not your responsibility, I know, but
well,
I don't know. And then he just takes another drink.
you know what? I really want to find a way to get back home, but until I can find a way to actually do that, I guess I could help. And wherever that person was traveling, I don't really know where that place is either. So I guess I could stay here and help you and your sister.
He looks at you wide-eyed. Sincerely.
Sure. Are you okay?
You really are not from around here. Thank you. Thank you so much.
it's no problem, really. Um, I I wish I could say that I was this really powerful, great person, but I'm just a bard.
Well, maybe you can tell us some stories that'll brighten my sister's mood. And then he finishes up, stands, pushes the stool past him. I don't know if you had any other business with the people that brought you here or anything, but the sooner we get to my sister, the better, as the house is on lockdown, and since my father is no longer with us, she is now defending the castle, the castle, the estate by herself.
Sure. Actually, the person said that if I didn't return in about 20 minutes, he would just leave, so I know I told him that I would tell him that I would be leaving, but I think they'll figure it out. Let's go then.
All right. Takes out a coin purse, puts a couple coins on the counter. As always, little extra for all of your hard work. You'll never be as good as your father was.
Oh my gosh.
A absolute joy as always. Come on, let's go.
He's really funny, actually. I think he's a funny guy. If you look at it from a certain perspective.
Admittedly, it was funny. The first 3 times. And then you start hearing it over and over and over again, and you can't help but wonder, you know?
I wouldn't put any mind to it. I mean, he's a bartender. So,
Make another persuasion check. I'll say with
You know,
advantage. You
because
got-
if the best he could do with his life is be a bartender, I'm just saying, I don't know how much he knows, but I wouldn't take his advice to heart. I'm just saying.
13.
13.
Maybe you're right. Either way, it's not too important. Let's get back home. And he steps outside, and as he opens the door, a cold draft enters. He buttons up his coat. Ladies first.
All right. And she steps in.
So, he leads you past where the crying voice is coming from. Down the muddy streets of the town. And ahead, you can see a building that is roughly the same size of the tavern that you were just in. Oh, that's my house, right up there. The Burgomaster's mansion, which I suppose is me now. A weary-looking mansion squats behind a rusting iron fence. The iron gates are twisted and torn. The right gate lies cast aside, while the left swings lazily in the wind. The stuttering squeal and clang of the gate repeats with a mindless precision. Weeds choke the ground and press with a menace upon the house itself. Yet, against the walls, the growth has been tramped down to create a path, all throughout the domain. Heavy claw marks have stripped this once beautiful finish of the walls, and great black marks tell of fires that have been assailed on the mansion. Not a pane nor a shard of glass stands in any window. All the windows are barred with planks, each one marked with stains of an evil omen. It's not much, but it's home.
It's bigger than my house, so I think it looks nice.
Again, we've been under attack, so... Pardon. Irina! Irina! It's me! Open up! You hear... Yes, Mark? Is that you? Bloody hell, brother. And you see a gorgeous woman. Dark skin, long, straight, oily brown hair, straight posture, fine, noble clothes that has seen some wear and tear recently, and very clear brown, beautiful brown eyes. For Christ's sakes, brother, get in here. Who's this? Oh, this. Would you?
Hi.
Do you want me to?
Oh, that's okay. I can introduce myself. Hi, I'm Serena, and she holds out her hand,
Well,
for a handshake.
well, this is pleasant, Serena. My name is Irina. And she holds out her hand and grasps it.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure. All right, get inside. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be a host, but get inside. And she opens up the door and rushes you inside. And as she closes the door, the crying gets muffled a little bit. So, brother, how was your excursion to the tavern, leaving me here by myself? Irina. I know, brother. I know. I'm sorry. But I was terrified. Did you at least bring me... Oh, shit! No, I absolutely forgot. I am terribly sorry. Son of a... Well, I suppose we should get to hosting then, brother. I suppose so. Do you take tea?
Tea is fine. Were you supposed to grab something?
Oh, she just wanted a drink.
Oh. I mean, you could have given her mine. I didn't even drink mine at the bar.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Pardon me, but I suppose we can talk about this all over tea. It's a little bit... It's local. It's got a local flavor, I'll say, but it's something. We haven't exactly left the house in a while, so apologies.
That's fine.
All right. Well, mind... Brother, just keep her away from Father. Actually, she's here to help us. What? Well, over tea, I suppose.
Wait. I thought you said your father passed away a few days ago.
He did. I'm going to go now. And Irina turns around.
Okay.
We haven't gotten a chance to bury him.
Oh. So tea then?
So tea then!
Okay.
And, the interior of the mansion is well furnished, yet the fixtures show signs of great wear. Noticeable oddities are the boarded up windows, of course, and the presence of holy symbols in every room. And you go to the central room and you see a simple wooden coffer surrounded by wilting flowers and a faint odor of decay. So this is where we normally house guests, but, not today. Let's retire to the kitchen, I suppose, unless... I don't know. You're the expert as of now.
I'm not an expert at anything, but,
Wink, wink.
uh, so, okay. Wait, okay. You said the lord of this place attacked your sister, and is that why this place is boarded up?
All right, let's go to the kitchen. Irina tells the story better than me.
All right.
All right. You retire to the kitchen, and Irina has a little what's the word? The thing that you boil water in. A kettle. A kettle.
Kettle, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sitting.
Teapot,
Yeah,
kettle, yeah.
I'm sitting on top of a little stove. The water's not going to be ready for a little bit. Pardon. Well, Irina, would you mind telling our, in turns, apparent savior what happened to you? Well, this house has been under attack. Wolves bombard us nightly. And he looks to... Irina looks to Ismark. He nods. She parts her hair and shows you her neck, and you see 2 pierce marks.
A wolf bit you?
Not quite. Would it be that simple? The devil himself did this.
Wait. Is this lord human? That isn't... Okay, I need more information about this because something doesn't make sense.
Strahd is a vampire. He dwells in Castle Ravenloft. He is the curse on this land.
Okay. I've heard legends about vampires, but I didn't think any of them were actually true, or if they did exist, I would ever even be near one to know that one did.
Well, I can assure you they are very real.
And
she covers her neck again.
So he bit you, and wait, was this place bombarded before? How in the world did he... Oh wait, no, he's a vampire. Wait, how did he get inside?
The memory is hazy. I've tried to recall that exact thing many times. Father was the one that knew. And his heart gave out. I think the only thing I can remember is his blazing eyes filled with hunger. Father couldn't stand the constant assault, and he died 3 days ago. And I suppose I misspoke. The reason why Ismark felt comfortable to leave was the house hasn't actually been attacked in these past few nights, but we haven't slept much, so it's just seemed like one continuous nightmare. I apologize. The memories are all fuzzy. Irina.
That's okay.
So what do you hope? Asking help for? Well, to bury Father. First and foremost, Father. Right. The cowards of this village have not been of any help. So, I suppose that would be the first order of business.
Right. And if he's been dead a few days, we definitely want to bury him sooner rather than later.
Right. Well, would you mind, and... the kettle starts to boil, and she makes everyone a cup of tea, sprinkles some herbs, and spins it around. Not much to offer. I think we should get straight to work. Well, so much for that. And she puts the cup down. You are a horrible host, brother. Pardon me. I just want to make sure that my sister stays alive.
Well, we can have tea later.
After the burial, we're leaving town. There's a place that's further away from the castle that I think Irina may be safe.
Oh, where is that?
Admittedly, I haven't gone outside the town ever before. But from what I hear from the Vistani that pass through, there's a well-fortified town next to a lake. Maybe she'd be safer there. I know she'd be safer there. Wouldn't be right next to the castle.
I see.
Maybe we would get lost and he would lose track of her. I don't know. He's attacking the house. We need to leave the house, and that's as good a place as any.
Okay. Well, just tell me what I need to do, and, I'll do my best.
Well, open the door, I suppose. One moment, brother. Right. And Irina disappears. She's getting ready for an outdoor excursion, and he kind of taps the sword on his hilt.
Right.
And she comes back, decked out in a bright, worn and tattered silver breastplate and an ornate silver sword that she sheathes with, and has a dirty but crimson cowl that kind of goes over and covers her neck, matching her hair. It's a little bit of a red.
Nice.
But this armor seems pretty color coordinated. Right, brother?
Fashionable. That's very important. In my country, fashion is extremely important.
I can see you are gorgeous, by the way. I'm sorry, I have not seen someone actually give a damn about their looks in a very long time. You are a sight for sore eyes.
Oh, thank you. Where I'm from, if you leave the house not looking your absolute best, then you're a disgrace.
That is not the way it is around here, Irina. Right, I suppose we can talk on the way. Open the door for us, would you? We'll take Father.
Right.
And they pick up the box, basically the coffin made out of plywood. Pick it up, and they start making their way through the town. Do you follow?
Sure. Where else am I going?
Yep.
Psych! I'm out.
So, you see the town before you. And that's fight, not forest. That's what I want. Winterwoods. So, as you make your way through the town, you can't help but think a little bit of how your shoes are probably ruined forever. with all the mud that you're walking through.
I know, it's such a travesty.
And you make your way all the way through the town until going up a little bit, and they are carrying this wooden box, and people just sort of stare lazily, seemingly staring through you as you go by. Some people, though, like hold their children close and look legit concerned, and it's almost a relief that these people, like, since you've been here, you've seen very few people just show any emotion at all, and there are a few littered about that seem legit sorrowful or horrified. And as Irina and Ismark carry this box, they all skitter inside and start looking through boarded windows and just stare as you go up. Don't mind the staring. Happens all the time. And you see atop a slight rise against the roots of the pillar stone that supports Castle Ravenloft stands a gray, sagging edifice of stone and wood. A church. This church has obviously weathered the assaults of evil for centuries on end, and is worn and weary. A bell tower rises above the back, and a flickering light shines through holes in the shingled roof, and rafters strain feebly against their load. And he approaches the door. Ismark and Irina put the box down. That was a workout. Oh, shut up, brother. Donovich? Donovich? It's Irina? Ismark, we've come to perform Father's last rites. The heavy wooden doors on the church are covered with claw marks and scarred by fire. And the door opens, and you see a man. A plump man. Big nose. Peeled back head. Very large forehead. With a very serious look on his face. And some kind of religious garb on that you don't recognize.
Oh, hello, Irina. Ismark. And other?
Serena.
Oh, pleasure to meet you, my child. He doesn't reach out his hand. He just keeps his hands aside. My name is Donovich. A pleasure.
Okay.
Donovich, would you mind? And he points to the casket. Of course. Take him out back. All right. You want from here? I don't know if you would like to talk to the father or not, but we're just going to be setting things up.
Sure, I guess. I would like to learn a little bit more about where the place is and if there's any reasoning to why I'm here.
Very well. Come in, my child. Mother Night and the Morning Lord welcome you.
Okay.
Hey, and no conversions or anything like that, Father, please. She's helping us with our... And then she points to her neck. Sincerely. And she looks at you wide-eyed. He looks at you wide-eyed. Come in. And he hurries you in. It's not...
okay.
You never know who might be listening. And closes the door behind him. The chapel is in shambles. Overturned and broken pews littering the dusty floors. Dozens of candles mounted in candlesticks and candelabras light every dusty corner in a fervent attempt to rid the chapel of shadows. At the far end of the church sits a claw-scarred altar, behind which is nothing, because that didn't happen. So,
Okay.
yeah, He takes you inside and motions a symbol on his robes. You help them. You save them from the devil.
Save them? I don't know if I can do that. I just wanted to help them out.
And you hear a boom, 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 slamming from beneath you, directly beneath your feet. Father! I'm hungry!
What in the world is going on?
So you do not save them from the devil.
Well, I don't even know why I'm here. I'm trying to figure out all of these things, honestly. I mean, I want to help. I do. I'm trying to get at grounds of, like, what's going on.
You just hear scratching and tossing and turning, pounding on the top, just coming from beneath the floorboards.
Who is down there?
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
I mean, it's not like he can say no one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's normal. Hang on.
One more time.
18.
18. That is my son. He was also cursed by the devil. And I thought maybe you're helping them, so it's not your issue. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have brought it up. Thump, 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 thump.
What did the Lord of this land do to him?
He is now a spawn of the devil himself. I'm sure that he can be saved somehow. You are from an outside land. Maybe you know of medicines. I don't know. There's something we can do.
Oh gosh. If I were home, I'd probably go to a temple of the mother and ask one of their high priestesses to help. But myself, oh gosh, I don't really have magic that powerful. I only have one.
And, like, she has, like, lesser restoration, but she's like, is that gonna be enough?
You have no idea. You've never dealt with vampires
Oh.
before.
I have some healing ability, but oh gosh, I don't think I haven't run into this before. I mean, I can try to help him, but I can't really guarantee anything.
Okay. Well, I'm happy to hear it. I sincerely am. Don't hurt him. He's my son.
Okay, I'll try not to.
All right. He goes into his office, and he tosses and turns. Oh. I'm sorry to say that I appear to have lost the keys to the lock.
He's trapped down there, and you don't have the key to the lock? How long has he been down there?
A long time. A long, long time.
How long's a long time? Like, are we talking like 8 hours?
He looks up at you, a look of exhaustion and shame covering his face. It's been years.
He's been locked down there for years? Oh gosh.
I haven't seen him. I couldn't bear to look at him. He just screams for me. All hours of the day. Every day. For years. It's my son. He came back. He came back when I thought he was dead. But not as the same. I knew he would hurt people. So I saved him.
I really wish I could help you, but I really don't know if my magic is strong enough.
Well, help me find the lock and maybe you can try something.
Okay.
And she starts looking around.
Okay.
See if it's under the rug.
So there's two bedrooms, the hallway, the church proper, and then the ruined room that has the trap door in it that you see gung, 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 get pounded on. Father! Father! Father!
Oh.
So
Okay,
where
so I think
are you
she's-
looking?
She's gonna try just the main chapel altar room itself first. Okay, I'm gonna look in the room where the trap door is. Obviously, I can't open the trap door. Yeah, I'll just look in that room then.
Make an investigation check.
21.
21. Time and neglect have punched holes in the ceilings of this moldy room, which contains a few broken roof shambles amid puddles of water in one corner. Set in the floor is a heavy wooden trapdoor, held shut with a chain and padlock, and the young man's screamings of anguish can still be heard through the door. Instead of having you go through every room, I'll just keep that investigation check. You don't find it here. You go to the office. You find 2 used books, Hymns of the Dawn, a volume of chants to the Morning Lord, and The Blade of Truth, the uses of logic in the war against diabolist heresies, as fought by the Olmist Inquisition. And you look everywhere until Doru eventually comes back. I'm sorry. I don't know where I put it. It's been so long. And you don't find it.
Oh,
Well, I suppose we need to break the lock.
Oh man. Okay, it's just the problem is if we don't have a lock, we need to figure out some way to, I don't know, restrain him in case things get out of hand.
I leave it to you, my child.
Okay. Maybe some rope, or at the least something heavy we could put on the trapdoor if we had to push him back inside.
Rope would work, I suppose.
Okay.
Well, and then you go to the padlock, and this padlock seems battered and like it has seen years of use, rained on, it is rusted. You're surprised this thing hasn't come off already. It looks like it's about ready to burst.
Okay. Do you have some rope here?
He goes in his office and comes back with just like a little bit of hardy rope, like thick, woven, and things. This will work.
Okay. Okay, we gotta do a little bit of pre-planning.
So, and then she takes the rope and she starts and she like looks around the room and tries to figure out, okay, so if we were to open this door and then he comes out and then we need to get him back in and then we need to restrain the door and then so I can tie this rope to this pillar and then I can tie it onto the latch where the trap door is and then tie it over to this other side. And she's like calculating like, I don't know what I would need to roll to figure that out.
I'll say with little issue you figure out that you can tie it up fairly easily.
Okay. So after getting her like semi-trap ready to go, she looks back and says, okay, I think that'll do it. If things go wrong, we can push him back in and then use the rope to keep the door closed.
Okay.
Now we just have to break the lock. Maybe a rock outside? Or a crowbar?
Did you not get you have your starting equipment. You did that, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah.
I'm not using my dagger.
Yeah, but you've got like, the handles of daggers and things like that. For blunt force. Just an idea. Just making sure. I was honestly didn't know if you did it, so.
I mean, I don't know how fragile this lock is. Like, I know it's old, but I'm thinking like, well, if it's made out of metal, this thing would have to be brittle for a dagger handle to be able to break it.
It is brittle. It is.
Okay.
It looks like it is ready to pop.
Okay. Okay. Well, she'll take out her. She'll take out her. You know what? She'll take out her rapier because she may need that actually. So she'll take her rapier out, and use the hilt to hit the lock a few times until it eventually cracks and opens.
Make an athletics check.
Why is it always athletics? I suck at athletics. See, look at this, a 3.
My goodness. You know what? He's helping you with this. I'll give you advantage. Because
I don't even know if advantage.
He is helping you with this.
Oh, 19. There we go.
Snap. Kunk. The thing breaks. And you can hear skittering and the screaming stops.
All right, and she readies herself, like ready to, like use her restoration spell, like now, in case he does anything crazy. Oh, she has a rapier ready too.
Mm. Nothing.
Nothing happens?
The door is left open. It was left closed, and you hear nothing from beneath. It is silence. It is still.
So the lock is broken, and nothing. He doesn't do anything.
Yep.
Ooh. Hello. So, before you do anything crazy, I'm just gonna let you know that we're going to try and help you. So in order to do that, we did have to unlock the door. That doesn't mean you should go insane right now. We're just saying. So if you could very nicely and calmly open the door. I'm gonna try my best to help you. No guarantees, though. And if you do anything spooky, I am ready. Kind of.
Well, and you hear echoing from beneath. Will you give me blood? Blood.
Blood? Ew. I'm not gonna give you blood.
And he starts. You can hear weeping from beneath.
Oh gosh. He really did meet this vampire thing then.
Donovich is holding his holy symbol close to his chest. And he is just pale, wide-eyed, mumbling something.
Gosh, how in the world do I do this? How about... Okay. What was his name again?
Doru? Father, I am so hungry. Father.
What was his name again?
Doru.
Doru. Okay. Doru. Okay, wait. You stay there. Okay? You stay calm. Okay? We're going to do this like civilized people. Okay. I'm gonna cast a spell. And we're going to see if it helps you, okay?
You just... Again, silence.
Is that okay? Okay. If you don't say anything, I'm gonna just try it.
Silence.
Okay, so is he still in the trap door, or is he?
He's under there.
He's under there. Okay, I'm she's just afraid to open her. He really doesn't want to do it herself. Okay. Let's see. Okay. And actually, so she's gonna stand really far away back, and she's hand from 30 feet away, like way back.
Donovich backs up
She's
with
gonna
you.
send her. Yeah, so she's going to use her mage hand to very slowly, carefully open the door.
It is now open.
And nothing happens?
Nothing happens. Nothing.
Okay. And I need to be able to see him. No, I need to be able to touch him. Oh no. I need to be able to touch him in order to use Lesser Restoration. Great. Okay. Whew. Do you have another set of rope, Father?
You could use some of this, I suppose. It's a long coil of rope.
Okay, Daru? Okay, listen. I'm gonna take some of this rope. And then I might have to restrain you so that you don't try to kill me. Is that okay?
No response.
Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna do it then. And she's like slowly inching, like she grabs the rope, and then she slowly starts going towards the trap door. Super defensive. Rapier in hand, ready to go. And then she looks inside the trap door.
The church's Undercroft has a hewn walls, full circle, and a floor made of damp clay and earth. Rotting wood pillars strain under the weight of the wood ceiling, and candlelight from the chapel above slips through the cracks, allowing you to glimpse a gaunt shape in the far corner of the room. The shape is quivering.
Okay. Okay, Father, you may have to help me restrain him. I need to be able to touch him in order to use my magic.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage, yes. 13. I had a 27. That was a natural 20.
And then he just takes a couple steps away, holding his holy symbol.
Okay, great. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Let's just try this. And so she slowly starts going into the trap door. She's still on the stairs though. She's not going too far in.
Yep. So he is in the far side of the room in the corner from where you are.
And how far is that?
Actually, there's a tool for this one. Roughly 30 feet.
Roughly 30 feet. Perfect. Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay. Okay, Daru. I'm coming. You stay there, and you keep yourself calm. Okay?
No response.
Okay. Oh. What would Grandma do? Ah, dang it. She probably would help him. Okay. I'm coming. And she's going just a little bit closer. So she's now in the room. And she's just going 5 feet by 5 feet, just inching herself just a little bit closer.
All right. As your feet hit the clay soil, the shape slowly stands up. And you hear whispers, and they start mingling with the whispers that you hear from Donovich above. Make a perception check.
Okay. Perception 15.
You hear Donovich's word clear as day. Mother Knight, please guide my son. Please guide this wayward stranger to save his soul. Please guide. Please. And you hear the mumbling, blood comes. Blood comes, I take.
No.
And the form turns towards you and then starts bolting. Roll initiative, please.
20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
20. I have a thing for this, don't I? Come on. Is this the... Nope, that's not it. There it is. All right. 20.
Ooh, it's a little low.
Yep. 20, and he rolls a... I shit you not, natural 20.
Perfect. Oh gosh, he really pulled in.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Okay. Top of the round. And there's a map. Behold.
Maps.
In all of its blurry goodness, because I just took this from the internet.
Oh yes. I can't even read what's on the map. That's my favorite.
Yeah, it's real blurry. Didn't have time to get an image, but yeah, you can shrink your person down. Can you?
Yeah, I'm just like, well, I don't know if I can. Maybe there was a way. I can't remember how to do it. Let's see. No.
There you go.
Oh my gosh, I'm tiny. Okay.
There
Okay,
you go.
great.
Did
There
it.
we go.
Did it. You're
Yay.
you're at the top of the stairway, and this thing.
There.
Oh, no, that's way more than 30 feet away. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, yeah, that is way more than 30 feet away. I am so sorry.
Like this?
Yeah, but
Is
but the grid isn't aligned, and I use the ruler tool like a dummy.
The grid has its own.
Yeah,
Got
it
it.
has its own grid, which is my bad. So, yeah, and its speed is 30. So, 5,
Honestly,
10, 15,
that
20,
that
25,
suits
30,
me.
5, 10, 15,
If it's more than 30 feet.
20, 25. He can make it to you, though. He dashes and bolts, going around the room, and then makes his way above you, like right in front of you. And his eyes are intense with hunger. His mouth opens and is drooling. His skin is almost attached to his bones. He is skinny. He is frail. All kinds of sores and scabs cover his bare arms. He's in tattered robes. And he just looks at you with immense hunger. And it is your turn.
Okay, great. So she freaks out. She like lets out a scream and she casts Dissonant Whispers.
Okay. What's the spell save DC?
That's that move. Now, what's the spell save? What's her spell save DC?
It's he rolled a
It's
nat.
13.
He rolled a nat 18, so he saves.
Great. So he doesn't run back. He still technically takes the damage.
Yes. And you do have your gift. But let's do the damage first.
Yeah, so it's a 3d6 divided by 2.
Okay.
So...
Roll them dice.
Wow, that's bad. That's
That
still
was
4 damage.
Okay, that's 4 damage.
Whew.
As he pops up to you, you start muttering something, like half out of shock and instinct. You're just like, "Oh God!" And then you just like mutter a curse.
Like,
Yeah, but you mutter this arcane curse just out of habit, just like, and he twitches a little bit, and his neck snacks, and then cracks back into place and starts shaking uncontrollably. 4 damage.
Okay, and she tries to bullet up the stairs.
All right. Are you taking the Are you just running up there, or are you using your gift and disengaging, or what are you doing? Because you will get an attack. Yeah. So what are you doing?
He will get okay.
Unless
He'll get an opportunity.
unless you
attack,
use a hit
yeah.
die, and you can use the second action as disengage.
Can't I normally disengage and run, or does that require an action?
That's a rogue thing. Rogues get
That's
disengaged
ro-
on a bonus
got
action.
It. Okay. Dang. Okay. You know what? I'm not going to use it right now.
Okay. You just
I'm
run?
going to go ahead and try to run.
Okay. He is going to attack, and I know it's been a while with a bard. You do have cutting words if you wanted to use that too. He
Oh yeah, with the bardic inspiration.
yeah,
I can use that.
Yeah, he lunges at you. Are you using cutting words as he's lunging at you?
I can use my reaction. Sure,
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I have two now.
So you roll a d6 and then that subtracts it, I think. That's how it works.
Yes. 6.
That he reaches towards you and tries to bite at you. Just snap. And then what is your cutting word?
I don't know, like just like she like freaks out like, get away from me, you freak! Ah!
At the word freak, he looks like he's about to bite your neck, and you turn around and he freezes up for a second. And then he reaches up for a claw attack, looking to smack you across the back of your head, which is now turned. As you turn around, he's going to make one more attack against you. Another natural 18, so that hits.
This is insane. Like, what's wrong with these good rolls? Where are your ones, huh?
Yeah,
Are you saving them for something?
Yes, I consciously make this decision, don't you know? 4. That is 7 points of slashing damage as he rakes across your back, and you turn and run.
Yep. So she runs back up the stairs, and she's gonna try to close the door.
All right. He lunges on the wall and then latches on the ceiling and starts to claw. His claws starts to reach through the trap door as he's just dangling on the ceiling, and as his desperate face pierces through the darkness, you slam the door right on his hand, and he lets out and you tie it shut. And he starts gung, 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 gung. Blood. I smell it. And the blood from your back drips down and on the floor. And he starts weeping uncontrollably. And you can see little thick bits of like fingers and fingernails reaching out from where the blood is dropping. And he is just reaching uncontrollably and just crying, feebly reaching for the drops of blood that is hitting the floor. And you successfully have sealed it.
Great. She's just gonna take a moment to step back and like breathe. Like, I almost died just now. I did not walk out of my house almost trying to die. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh man.
And Donovich is just standing there, wide-eyed.
No. And she quickly uses prestidigitation to get the blood off of her and off the ground. Because clearly this guy is like screaming blood, so better clean that up.
Yeah. You are in fact bleeding fairly heavily. Your shirt is now, the back of your shirt is now thrashed and covered in stained crimson. And is oozing.
Oh, ow. Ow. And she's going to use a cure wound.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that.
That's an 8.
All right, you heal
She's
it.
healed up.
Oh, yeah. So you heal up. And as the wounds close, and you clean up the blood on the floor, a little eye pierced through a little slit in the floorboards. And you can see it just through a little bit of light, the shape just reaching out the tongue, hoping that a little bit's going to drip through the floorboards. and you clean it up. And you just slink, seemingly sticking to the ceiling, and just falls. And now you just hear tears and sobs.
And she looks back at the priest, and she sort of just frowns and says, "I'm sorry. I tried what I could." Ugh.
I understand. I takes a deep breath, and then his face just goes dead. Serious, stone cold. I understand. It is our punishment. I must bear the weight alongside everyone. I am not special. This is my curse. Thank you for all of your help.
If I'll try to find some other way to help him, okay? Maybe if I look around, or I find some spell that might be powerful enough to help him, then
And as you say,
then I'll try.
as you say that, you hear a door open. Hey, everything okay in there? I heard a little bit of a kerfuffle.
Yeah, I almost died.
What? And
okay.
he comes rushing in, and Ismark comes blade drawn. What's going on?
Well, there's you can hear the sobbing, right?
Oh, Donovich's boy? Yeah.
Yeah. He seems to have also been, bitten by the demon lord that seems to rule over your land, but something happened to him. He was bloodthirsty.
Well, he puts the sword away. Shink. Are you hurt? Are you hurt? Donovich. Did you do some... Did you tell her to go down there? It was my mistake to hope. A mistake I will not make again.
No.
Hey,
I'm sure this...
Ismark comes closer. Hey. Leans in, whispers in your ear. It's okay. You're lucky you didn't get killed.
Yeah, but... there has to be some way to reverse this.
I don't know. The only thing I know is the hole is dug, and we can perform the burial.
Okay.
Okay. So, Donovich, see to our father. Yes, I will do just that. And he wanders off. Don't beat yourself up. Like I said, no one helps anyone around here. I guess, and he looks down at the trapdoor. I guess I'm no better. And I really do admire that you are. I don't want to risk losing the only hope that we have, selfish as that may sound.
I feel kind of strange that everyone here seems so much hope in me. I'm really not that special.
I can tell. The moment I saw you. Strangers have come and gone from this land for centuries, and I've been around for much shorter than that. And I could tell by looking at you that you could help us. And he looks up at a holy symbol that's dangling in this well-lit room. I know that it's crazy to have faith in this time. But I suppose there's nothing left to have. I either have faith and hope, or I give in and I let my sister die. To me, the choice is obvious. I believe in you.
Again, I'll just do my best.
And he marches off toward the graveyard.
And she's gonna follow.
A fence of wrought iron with a rusty gate encloses the rectangular plot of land behind the dilapidated church. Tightly packed gravestones, shrouded by a fog, bear the names of souls long past. And all seems quiet. You see Irina looking down into a freshly dug hole. And she looks up. Oh, Serena. My God. Are you alright? You look significantly more on edge. I mean, we heard something. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I just feel kind of bad. I almost wonder if I made things worse.
Donovich looks towards you. I want something in exchange for this. Oh, of course. And he reaches into his coin purse. Not that. Then he looks over to Irina. The devil causes endless suffering. And now he has set his sights on you. Your father never told you, Irina. Kolyana. You are not the birth daughter of your parents. What? You were found at the edge of the Svalich woods, near the pillar stone of Ravenloft. You were but a girl. In exchange for the last rites, and he turns to you and Ismark. Keep this woman safe. Take her north. There are forces, I know. Safe places there has to be. I know that there is an abbey. An abbey of Saint Mokva and Krezik. Apparently there's something there that is something there holy. I don't know. It's an abbey. The powers of the Morning Lord could keep Strahd at bay. Or you could go to Vallaki. That's my plan. We were going to go to Vallaki. Good. She looks at you, Serena. Donovich looks at you. Serena. Clearly, I am not fit to be blessed with, and he looks back to the church, with the lifting of a weight. I hope and I pray that you can help lift these two. Keep Irina safe. And Irina's just standing there, mouth ajar.
I'll do my best.
Take her as far away from Castle Ravenloft as possible. And his foot kind of melds into the mud. And he holds his holy symbol. He holds his holy symbol. Holds. Mother Night watches over us. But the Morning Lord will preserve us and guide us in the times to come. And though he has abandoned us, our faith will bring him back. The Morning Lord will return. And when he does, he shall deliver us from the devil. Morning Lord, watch over this weary soul. Watch over him and guide him to the world beyond. And he takes a spade. And starts shoveling, and then Irina gets other spades and start covering it. And you spend a while covering this body, and it's starting to get dark. Well, you best head off in the morning. And as he pats the soil, a raven perches on the wood spike that was used to mark the grave. Looks at you. And then flies off.
Oh, just in time.
Mm-hmm.
Just in time for the music
Mm-hmm.
to have the ravens come in.
And Donovich goes back inside. Well, one moment. I have some words to share with this priest. Apparently,
All right.
father and mother are not my father and mother. Brother, I had no idea. Then perhaps we should inquire further. Apologies, could you wait out here while we...
Sure.
Great.
Although careful with the trap door.
Noted. Thank you. Brother? Right. And then they march off, and you are left alone in this graveyard as the sun's going down. And right as the sun goes down past the thick fog in the sky, the graveyard starts to glow. It starts to glow an eerie green light. The eerie green light suffuses from the graveyard, and from this light emerges a ghostly procession. wavering images of doughty women toting great swords, woodwise men with slender bows, dwarves with glittering axes, and battle-readied mages with beards and strange pointed hats. All of these figures rise up from the grave, their numbers growing by the second in this spectral green form. Pay you no mind. And they start marching. No footsteps. Up the path, and you look around, not knowing what's going on. This is all just, what's going on? And then, as you turn back to the church to kind of scream, there's a lone figure. A figure that you haven't seen before. A figure in unlike everyone else that you've seen thus far, this figure is in clean, well-fit clothing, a red gem pinning together a black cape that goes along this humanoid-shaped size, slicked back black hair, noble's boots and pants, and he walks with a sense of importance as he just walks close to you.
Well, quite a spectacle if I do say so myself.
What in the world is going on here? Who are you?
Oh. I could ask the same of you. You know it's bad manners to ask someone their name before introducing yourself.
And he grins. Bright, white, toothy grin that kind of reflects back from the green light that's emanating from these spectral figures.
I'm Serena.
Serena. A beautiful name for an equally beautiful face. And we've met in such a beautiful way.
And he points to the spectral forms, and one walks straight through him. And you start to see this blue spectral light arc around and head up toward the castle, and you start to see a little, line of green light. People just keep rising up from this graveyard.
A reminder of all the fine work that we've done.
We?
Well, you're part of history now. Each one of these peoples were like you once.
And he starts pacing around you.
People that had issue with the lord of the land, one way or another.
Goes across your front, still pacing.
People that I brought from home. Some just wandering alone in the woods, minding their own business. Those are the more amusing ones to bring. It's fun to see them take stock of their surroundings. Have such high,
And he turns back around to your face, leans in, close, a couple of inches away from your face.
hopes.
You brought me here.
That's safe to say. I'll give you that one for free.
You're the Demon King everyone's been talking about.
Demon King. Sounds like insubordination. I prefer to go by the name that I proudly bear from my mother. And he turns towards you and gives a shallow bow. Proper and elegant. Seemingly just perfectly choreographed, smooth movement. You start to feel a little dizzy looking at him. It's like watching a clock pendulum moving back and forth almost. It's almost hypnotic watching him move. My name is Lord Strahd von Zarovich. You may address me as my lord or Lord Strahd.
Why did you bring me here? Just for amusement?
I don't know if you've noticed, but the people here, they've lost their kick. They lost their kick hundreds of years ago. So, I've been forced to use other means for what would normally be a very drab existence. But here you are. Part of the chosen few that I select, so beautiful, so full of life and hope. A promising career in front of you. Loving friends, family. Everything in the world to live for. The perfect choice.
Listen. I am just going to try to find my way to get my way back home. And along the way, try to help some of the people here. I'm nothing all that special, really.
You see what you've done to the people around you by just arriving? You see that spark? And you see as that spark was crushed, like in the priest's eyes, that moment. Those are the moments that make me feel alive again. I wouldn't have it any other way. And he takes a couple steps back. Go. Try to escape. Help everyone you meet. Do all the good that naturally comes out of your pure, pure heart. And I will handle the rest. But I want to make one thing very clear. You are my guest. So, I welcome you. And he points to the procession around him, and you see the ghosts now forming a waterfall of green off of the cliffside. To my humble land. And then he turns back to the church. Though you are beautiful, you are pale comparison to Irina. Try as you might, she will be mine. But I suppose I can let you have her for now. I have
And
special.
I'll keep her away from you for as long as I can.
Good. Oh, the look on Ismark's face when his father died. When I finally take her for my own. My beautiful Tatiana.
Tatiana?
This was merely meant to be a welcome. I am a host, after all. Come by my castle anytime. We'll have dinner. he smiles.
Not anytime soon.
Shoot yourself. We'll be in touch. And he turns around, walks past you, looks at the grave that was just dug, places his hand on this fresh wood stake, and it shrivels up and starts rotting. Matches the theme. I like these decorations. Can't wait till you see my home. And he just walks off. Seemingly the last in line of the ghostly procession that has now ended. And he follows them back up toward Castle Ravenloft.
I'm gonna be here a while.
And that is where we will end tonight's session.
Like, okay, I'm gonna be here a minute.
Perfect.
Yep.
Woo!
Yay!
All right. Well done.
So how do you like Serena?
Yeah, she's great. She is the perfect description of the kind of person that Strahd would go for. And bravo to my wonderful player for all of her wonderful everythings and playing off of character and the great Nola Dodd, everyone.
Thank you. And we have a very good DM here, okay?
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. No, when I was, I mean, okay, so we planned this like literally an hour before the session. And, you know, when it came to like, hey, do you want to play tonight? Okay. How much time do you have? You have an hour. Oh, to complete my character sheet? From nothing? To be ready to stream in 1 hour? Okay.
Yep. And then to get stream ready and all the stuff, but yeah, yes and motherfuckers.
Yes. No, luckily, I did borrow a lot of this character from a character I've already created, so it wasn't too much. But when I was thinking of like, okay, do I want to start from scratch or do I want to borrow one of my older characters? I thought, you know what? I have a character that would like be super interesting for this world because of her personality. And like, you know, like she's like a little ball of sunshine and it's just like, yes, let's put her in Curse of Strahd.
Yes.
Perfect.
And it is so fitting in so many levels.
Yeah.
This was wonderful. I had so much fun. It was
Yeah.
so great.
I'm looking forward to this. I think Serena will have a fun time in this world. You know? Yeah.
Yep.
And, you know, I do have like somewhat of a backstory forming for her. And because of that, I actually have a song too because I wrote a song for the former iteration of this character. So she has a song ready to go.
Song ready to go. I'm looking forward to it. So you heard it here, folks. Come back for the song or for anything else that happened tonight.
Yeah, or just for this channel too.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
We do the cool, funny things.
Yeah, I see that we actually have some people watching. I know that probably one of them is you, Nola, but that leaves two other people that are not you. So, thank you so much for spending the night hanging out with us. I know it's not exactly in the Christmas spirit, but again,
it's just late Halloween.
Yeah. I love this book. I don't know if it's clear, but I adore this module. And like I said, I've
I've put a lot of time running this for several different people, and I would run it so many more times before I get tired of it. It's the way that I describe it to my friends is like, I was thinking about writing a module, and then I read Curse of Strahd. I was like, oh, someone already wrote it for me. Great.
Great.
So, thank you all so much for coming with us on this very surprise stream. Maybe we'll continue with it. We'll see. I had a lot of fun. So
Yeah, no, I'd love to continue with it.
Yeah, that's my bar for continuing campaigns is that I had a freaking blast, and if you had a blast, we'll figure something out. And as always, when you come and spend a little bit of time with us, pop in streams, listen to our stories. We have quite a few of them, so don't be late. But if you are, bring your enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm. Yes.
Good night, everyone.
Night. Are we clear? Cabbages and bean sprouts. And cauliflower? Kale.